help to put money in a pot so that promoter or that event coordinator could hire or bring in that expert that could give that artist what they need.
Right.
You haven't paid anything over here, so this event and promoter doesn't have anything to work with, and the only thing that they can bring into there is another artist that you might could do a collaboration with, maybe. Because y'all all came there for free.
You'd be lucky if you get that collaboration.
And put nothing in the pot. And so there's nothing to spend to bring experts in or to bring things in that you may need. So I want to encourage everybody, yes, spend wisely, do your due diligence, but stop looking for everything to be given to you for free.
Come on.
If you're going to get what you pay for is the bottom line of that. You know what I'm saying? So if you're looking for opportunities where you can really, go to next levels and all that, expect you're going to spend some money. Start saving and build up your nest egg so you can do that. And then do your due diligence so you don't throw your nest egg away.
Right.
Yeah. And that's how you get to that next level. You don't get there by not investing in yourself. That's how you get there. You got to invest in your education. You got to invest in other people's projects. You got to be in the right place at the right time, and that's got to be God's timing. Because too many times we find people who move out prematurely. You're not even developed. You don't even know what you're talking about, but yet you're standing up there looking like you know what you're talking about. You look professional, but when it comes down to your performance, your attitude, how you do interviews, all that stuff, it doesn't add up.
Right, and that's where that training and development comes in from. Because you get taught all of that and the importance of how to do an interview. Why do you need to look a certain way when you're interviewing? When you're talking too much or you're not talking enough. All of these things are taught in coaching and development classes because it makes a difference.
Right.
Yeah.
It makes a difference.
Now, I'm just using this as an example. Like when I was doing coaching for interviews and like shows and stuff, like I think it's Pastor Wendy out here in the background that's like, right. See, I would tell them, you don't say anything until that person is through talking because they got to have clear sound, clear communication. And, I mean, I'm just saying that as an example of whenever I would get artists in that needed development, a lot of them didn't know that I'm not supposed to be going throughout the whole thing, and it would mess up interviews.
Wow.
Something as simple as that could keep the interview from even going forward on the replay.
Even being aired. Because it won't be a quality interview. It's not going to be no quality in it.
Or saying all the time. Yes, it is. And then
Right.
Yeah. See, it takes discipline. It takes discipline to know, despite I want to do this, I got to hold this back until it's my turn to talk. But see, we don't teach that. Well, a lot of people that I teach that, but a lot of people that I have been around do not teach that. And they're on the panel.
Most of the time when you're having training classes, the artist won't come. And I'm a living witness to it. We have training and development on the Friday during the week of Praise Factor. From 9 a.m. until about 3 p.m., we have training and development. And a lot of the artists won't come. Oh, I got to go get my hair done. I got to go shop so I can look good for the event tomorrow. They won't come to the training and development, and it's free. We're not one of those platforms that you have to pay for everything. As a nominee, you get included into everything, and it doesn't cost you anything. Now, you do have to pay a small stipend to perform, especially on the main stage. But the classes and all of that other stuff is afforded to you just because you were a nominee. On the platform. But I want to, because I know our time is getting a little away from us, so I want to put something else on the table for you all in our listening audience, as well as those of you that are artists that are participating in this call. What exactly are you bringing to the table on the award platform or the showcase or in the arena that you are coming to present in? What are you bringing to the table to enhance what's going on? I heard somebody say earlier that they go and it was nobody in the audience, but other artists. Did you bring anybody else with you than other artists?
Oh, okay.
Did you invite anybody else other than yourself and your group or yourself and your immediate family, your husband, your wife, your children? Did you bring anybody else to the event that could not only enhance your career, but maybe somebody else that may be not as far along as you are?
Wow.
Okay.
Did you come alone in expectation when I get there better be at least 5,000 people in there to see me? What are you bringing into the equation? I bring that up because I also am a gospel playwright, and I toured gospel stage plays for years, putting people on flyers, and the flyers would be drop dead, the bomb, gorgeous. Ooh, wow, that looks amazing. And nobody would come. And I'm like, what is really going on? And I'm looking at these artists, and they talking to me about getting paid. You need to pay me, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, let me find somebody where I can borrow some money so I can pay these actors and pay these people to be in this play. And then the Holy Spirit, I tell you, just jacked me up one time about this whole money thing, which I'm not going to get into it on this particular session. But one of the key things that came out of that was, what are you bringing to the table? I got your face on this flyer. Why are the people not coming?
Wow.
Pastor T's face ain't on this flyer. Your face is on this flyer, Sister Shanice Sullivan. So if your face is on this flyer, whose fault is it that the people aren't coming? Is it Sister Stephanie's fault? She done put the event together. She done put it out there. She done made a flyer and got you on there. Christ-like is on there. Co-Pastor Wendy is on there. Shanice is on there. Miss Tiffany is on there. And there's 10 people in the audience. Why is that? Ask yourself that. I mean, really, you guys. Do some soul searching about that topic right there. Why is it that you're featured on the flyer, on the event, you're the headliner, you're the one that's performing, and nobody's coming?
Wow.
Wow, that's good.
You have got to really sink yourself into this thing you call your career.
Right.
If it's you that's being featured, you can't rely on Miss Stephanie or Pastor T or anybody really to produce you an audience of 10,000 people, not even 10 people.
Wow.
We've done our part. We created the platform for you. We've made you the star. We've made you the center of attention. Where is your following? Where is your crowd? Where is your support? You have to spend some time doing some PR and marketing and saying, hey, I'm nominated for X, Y, and Z. Not only vote for me, but buy a ticket and come and see, what's going on in my arena. Come and see me perform. Come and support me. If you can't come, buy a ticket and sow it into somebody else. That is a co-mutual responsibility for getting an audience in the place. They're not coming to see Stephanie McDonald. They're not coming to see Pastor T. You don't see nobody say, woo, Pastor T can sing. I'm going to the Praise Factor. What? You don't ever hear that and never will. They're not coming to see me. They're coming to see you. And if they're not there, again, I say, whose fault is that?
Wow. Okay.
Right. And that's where it goes back to the development. Because lack of communication and community, and then you have that fear of rejection. You don't have the confidence that you need when you don't know exactly what it is that you need. And that's why you have to go and get developed. You have to find somebody that's willing to sit down with you, that, you can hire them, and they will coach you through this. Because when you have lack of communication with your fans, whether it's family or, just outside fans, of course they're not going to come. They're not going to come because you're not communicating to them, and they don't understand your language.
Absolutely. I mean, seriously, how many of you, and just think about it, you don't have to answer, but how many times have you said, okay, I'm going to be in Atlanta, I'm going to be in North Carolina, I'm going to be in, let me see if I got some relatives in that area. Let me see if there's a church that I can connect with there and invite them out to support me, and then I go and support them on Sunday morning.
Right.
How many times have you done that? You want to have a huge following. You want new people engaged in what you're doing. You're going to have to make just as much effort as you're expecting the platform to make.
Right.
Yeah.
And support is more than just going to other artists that's going to be on the program.
Mm-hmm.
You got to reach outside of that box. And a lot of times we find a lot of closed-minded artists who just want to stick with the artists that they know and only support them rather than reaching outside of the box. This thing goes farther than, other artists. It goes farther than the church. How are you communicating and relating with others?
Right.
And that's why I mentioned that. What would happen? What do you think? And then, again, you don't have to answer, but we just tossing things out for food for thought. What do you think if you were coming to, let's say, the Praise Factor Awards in Atlanta, and you said, what's near Atlanta? Let me see. Oh, Macon, Georgia. That's only an hour away. Let me reach out to Bethlehem Baptist Church and say, hey, can you bring your youth department, your singles ministry? In return, me and my group on Sunday, we're going to bring some people. We'll minister. You ain't got to pay us nothing. We're just going to come and be a blessing to you. Let's just bless each other all weekend. What do you think would happen if you actually did that? You'd be surprised. They'd be like, what? Okay, so you show up with 20 people from a church you ain't never even been to just because you extended an opportunity for them. And now you're going to go to their church on that Sunday and minister and have a good fellowship, and that's what the brotherhood and the sisterhood should be all about.
There you go.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
And you
that's
said
what it should be all about.
The thing right there. You said it right there. The invite.
Yeah.
If you never invite, then they're never coming. It's important to invite people to what you're doing, regardless of if you feel like they may reject you. Invite them anyway. You'll be surprised at people who really will come out for you.
Absolutely.
But it starts with an invite.
Pastor T, I done spent $300 to come. I got to pay $150 to stay at the hotel. I'm already spending money. Why can't the platform just have an audience there? Why can't you help the platform have the audience there to guarantee that you might get some money back?
Right.
If those extra people are there, they might just hear you or meet you or see you and say, can I buy your CD? Can I buy your video? Can I, you never know. You're just shooting in the dark if you don't initiate the invite in the first place. Just food for thought. There's other things that can be done than sitting back and waiting for a platform to make everything happen for you. For those of you that are on the line or in the audience that do platforms, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like pulling teeth to get people to put money on the table to support unknown artists.
Yeah. That's
why the platforms are asking you to pay. Now, some of them are overstepping their boundaries. They're out of order. Yes, absolutely they are. I am 100% in agreement with some of you that, you've been burned by those people, but count it a lesson learned, and next time do your due diligence.
Okay.
But just get in your spirit, you're going to have to pay. You're independent.
Right.
That means you take care of all of your needs. You're independent.
Right.
The expectation of walking in the shoes of a Tasha Cobb, you can't do that. You don't have that name recognition. You don't have that team. You don't have that money. You don't have those forces working with you. You are independent. So use your money wisely, do your due diligence, and make sure that you're getting, at the end of the day, what it is that you need from the showcase, though, whether it be a award show or whether it be a showcase or whether it be a conference that you go to. Make sure that it is the right platform for you.
Right.
Ms. Stephanie, before we do our final closeout, anything else we need to add or share or do for today's session?
No, everything, you're doing good. Everything's fine. Well, I didn't get a chance to talk, but this is Shanice. I didn't get a chance to talk, but I've been on several platforms, everything that you all have discussed is basically everything that I've experienced. And the thing is, you do have to go on these platforms. If you're independent, you're going to have to get out here, hit the road and get out here and do this because you're not going to get it no other way. It's just not going to come to your doorstep. And like I say, you're not a Tasha Cobbs or whoever, you're not that. So you do have to do this. And you do have to have a budget. You do have to have a plan. You plan on which one you're going to attend, which one will benefit me. You have to do that. You can't go to all of them because that's how
indie artists, they become broke,